So, bright morning everyone. Today we tackled about the global citizenship. So, what is global citizenship? So, global citizenship is to nurture personal respect and respect for others wherever they live and encourage individual to think deeply and critically about what is equitable and just and what will minimize harm to our planet. And also exploring the global citizenship in this module, we allow students to see themselves not only as citizens of their countries, but also important members of the world as we reside in it. So, global citizenship is an educational framework that cultivates the understanding of interconnected global challenges and also promote a sense of individual responsibility towards creating a more responsibility towards creating a more equitable, just, and sustainable world. So, global citizenship is encouraged to critical thinking about global issues. It also fostering personal respect and respect for diverse cultures and peoples. It also help individual views themselves as members of the global of the community, not just their local and national ones.
So now let's proceed. Socrates, a classical Greek philosopher and one of the founder of Western philosophy, was once quoted saying, "I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world." So when Socrates said he was a citizen of the world, he meant people everywhere matter, not just the ones from his city. We are all part of one big human family, like kids on the same giant playground called Earth. It's his way of reminding us to be kind and open to everyone, no matter where they come from. So now let's proceed to the meaning of citizenship and rights. So citizenship is how residents live in a particular area with previously agreed upon rights and responsibilities. Next is rights, any lawful social or moral principle of autonomy or entitlement. It is a collection of what is allowed or what should be provided to a group of people based on a particular legal system, norms, or ethical standards. Citizenship means living in a place where everyone agrees on certain rules, rights, and responsibilities. Rights are things you're allowed to do or things that must be given to you because they are fair and important. So again, when we say citizenship, it is being part of a group with shared rules. And when we say rights, it is the fair things you're allowed to do or have. Next one is duty and global citizenship. So when we say duty, it comes from the French word due, or which means to owe. Therefore, it is any obligation or expectation to perform an action based on the law, social norms, or a moral standard. Next is global citizenship. So the belief that all people have the rights and civic responsibilities based on the reason that they reside in the world. So when we say duty, duty means something you must do because it's the right thing or a rule. Global citizenship means seeing yourself as a part of the whole world, not just your own town or country. It's like knowing the earth is one big neighborhood and every person in it matters. So a global citizen cares about other people everywhere, knows everyone has rights, and tries to help make the world a better place. So when we say duty, it is what you must do because it's expected or right. And when we say global citizenship, it is caring about everyone on earth as one big family.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today, let's tackle about the three types of rights. First is civil rights, second is political rights, and the third and last is social rights. So, first is civil rights, are entitlements provided by a specific locality to its residents, ensuring fundamental freedoms and protection. These rights include the right to free speech, allowing citizens to communicate openly and voice opinions, even when critical of the government, as long as there is a factual basis. Additionally, civil rights encompass the right to be treated with dignity, ensuring equal respect and consideration under the second one is political rights. On the other hand, are administrative entitlements provided by specific government, focusing on participation in the political process. A key political right is the right to run for office, enabling citizens to seek representations and leadership roles within their community, provided they meet the established criteria. And finally, the social rights. The social rights are the entitlement related to public services and social protections, aimed at ensuring a basic standards of living and security. These rights include access to insurance, health, care, welfare, and housing and pensions, providing a safety net and promoting overall well-being within the society. Thank you.
Okay, so let's proceed to global citizenship. Global citizenship, the belief that all people have the rights and civic responsibilities based on the reasons that they reside in the world. Therefore, a person's global identity transcends his or her geographical and political ones. Although this does not mean that the individual must denounce his or her nationality, but these are secondary to his or her global identity. Okay, so it means global citizenship is fundamentally the belief that every person holds inherent rights and civic responsibilities simply by virtue of existing in the world. This perspective asserts that an individual's global identity is more significant than their local affiliations, meaning it transcends their specific geographical location and political status. Crucially, embracing this global identity does not require an individual to renounce their nationality or local loyalties, but rather views these national and political identities as secondary to their overarching responsibilities and connection to the global community.
Next, we have is the three categories of citizenship. First is the open global citizenship. It believes that nations still exist and differ from one another. However, it recognizes the interdependence between different nations and opportunities for cultural diversification. So, when we say open global citizenship, it emphasizes inclusivity, diversity, and global cooperation. It focuses on shared human values and responsibilities rather than national identities. So next we have is moral global citizenship. It focuses in the ethical aspect of global citizenship, where what are the moral facets of global rights and responsibilities. Moral global citizenship put emphasizes on human rights, equality, and global responsibility. Moral global citizenship focuses on ethical responsibilities toward global issues like poverty, inequality, and environmental sustainability. It emphasizes individual and collective moral obligations. So lastly, we have is the social-political global citizenship. It emphasizes the social and governmental system and structures around the world. It advocates to shift the existing political power in order to advance global equality. A socio-political global citizenship. It examines power dynamics, social justice, and political structures shaping global issues.
So let's proceed to why global citizenship. So in 2015, the United Nations Summit Declaration Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, named global citizenship education as one of the strategies in the Sustainable Development Goals. So in 2015, the United Nations or UN launched its 2030 Agenda, a global plan for sustainable development. So this plan specifically identified global citizenship education as a key approach to help achieve its Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs, which aim to address global challenges like poverty, inequality, and climate change. So, in addition, the UN Secretary General report in 2015 urged educators to utilize global citizenship education to promote peace around the world. As one can see, global citizenship is highly supported by international organizations and worldwide declarations. So also in 2015, the UN Secretary General officially called upon educators to use global citizenship education as a tool to foster world peace. So this shows that major international bodies and global agreements strongly endorse the concept of global citizenship due to its potential to address global issues and promote harmony.
An important principle in education is for people to learn to live together. In fact, it is also crucial in the rapidly changing world where population is becoming more and more diverse. It is integral for educators to promote a culture of peace, nonviolence, tolerance, and respect. Learning to live together entails understanding different nations' interconnectedness and interdependence. It requires strategies for diplomatic coexistence and compromise. Global citizenship education provides a new lens for the youth to think critically, cast aside hatred, and have the capacity for dialogue and tolerance. The task of global citizenship education is not just to teach about current systems, but also the concepts of global justice and basic rights. Global citizenship education imparts knowledge about rights of every individual in the international community. One of these basic rights is that every human being has the right to live in dignity. And global citizenship education assists in restoring positive identity, dignity, and self esteem of individuals.